Hello, welcome to the final Resident Evil Challenge Watchalong. Well, actually, I need to get out of saying final. What is it with me and saying final of all of these things? The amount of times we said final Resident Evil Challenge, final this, final that. No, I'm sure we will do another one of these watchalongs, but this is the final weekly one that we have done. So for the past 14 weeks, you've watched us go through the entire Resident Evil Challenge archive, all the way from 2005 up to the latest one, which we did in 2015. So we've gone through all of them, and then last week we asked the big question of which challenge out of all of the 20 that we have attempted over the years was your favourite. So before we get into that, I'm going to be joined again by my co-partners Izzy and Nathan. How are you guys doing?
Yo.
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good, very good. Yeah, how are you doing, Izzy?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad.
Are you excited for the big reveal of the fan favourite Resident Evil challenge?
100%.
Yeah,
absolutely.
definitely.
So we touched
Definitely
upon
one
it.
of my top favourites.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So let's reveal to everyone. So we haven't told anyone yet of what the favourite is. So can I get a little drum roll from you guys to bring this in?
Yep. Ready?
Oh, the fan favourite Resident Evil challenge was Resident Evil Challenge 2010, which I think surprised all of us. I don't think we were actually expecting that one to come through. But yeah, it was actually only 2 votes in it in the end, which decided it. But yeah, thank you very much to everyone that voted. I'm guessing a big part of the appeal was the recovery operation trailer, which we will be watching again tonight. And of course, we will be watching your favourite outtakes from Mr. Conrad down in the bottom of your screen over there. So yeah, I think without any further ado, it's a slightly longer watch along of all the content we've got. So let's get into the behind the scenes of recovery operation, but we won't be watching the entirety of it, considering we did see it a few weeks ago. So I think we're going to fast forward it a little bit into the actual outtakes, which we did in the scene with the Conrad bit. So I will count Nathan and Izzy in this time. I totally screwed them over last time. They couldn't play their videos in time. So if you guys are ready, we'll start. You guys ready? Okay,
yep.
So we'll start in 3, 2, 1, and play. Hopefully we should be there at the same time. So as you guys saw during this week, I mentioned that we have set a very big incentive now for 10k. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to push our way a little bit more that way this week. But you know, I think we're pretty close to 7k as well, so we should be able to hit that. Well, saying that, Chris the Batman has already donated £10 through. It said 2010 for the win, baby. Woo! So Chris the Batman, I know, definitely voted for this one. I think he's over the moon that we are doing this one again. So yeah, thank you very much, Chris the Batman. Brings up to 6935.
Thanks, Chris.
So yeah, this is behind the scenes in the office. Me, Nathan, Matt, and one of our school friends called Chris, who is also a very talented cameraman, who we actually got to shoot all of this stuff. So it was weird me not being behind the camera for this one, but you know, I had my starring role. And so did Nathan. So yeah, Nathan, what were your memories of making this trailer and the whole experience?
I remember obviously we put a hell of a lot of effort into it. Lots of very late nights.
Yeah.
But to be fair, it was all very enjoyable. I like doing it. The woods part was probably one of my favourite bits. Definitely the little scene in the shack.
Oh yes.
That was probably one of my favourite scenes.
Yeah,
I like the little road trips we did as well. That was. To be fair, I just liked it all. It was all a lot of fun. Very hard work.
That's good. Yeah. No, it was.
That suit stank as well. That was the only downside.
It was a very sweaty suit by the end, which I'll come back to in a minute, because we've just got a massive donation through from Ryan Keys, donated £40 that says, can't stay to watch, but we'll catch the stream after. Hope everything goes great. Let's get to 10k. So yeah, Ryan Keys, thank you very much for that.
Thank you very much.
We're now 25, well, less than £25 away from 7k. So yeah, getting us there very quickly. Raised 50 quid in less than 5 minutes, which is ridiculous. So thank you very much for that, guys. That's awesome stuff. So yeah. Hopefully, if you guys are in the same point as me, you'll see Nathan with the briefcase. We're very close to the Conrad bit now.
It's probably the positioning of the mic. Yeah, even when I tried all of them, I tried to be as far away as possible. Oh, watch out! And you hold it, it's silent, and it goes. Don't worry.
So yeah, no, that room did end up becoming very, very smelly and sweaty at the end because yeah, we had all of the scenes where like Nathan was like running around in the suit, but it's it's a very difficult outfit to try and wash. So yeah, we kind of brought this like sweaty suit into a very confined area, so made for quite a challenging shoot for all of us. So here we go. We're going to the been a long time Conrad outtakes, which you guys will also notice is the donation sound for today. And with that being said, we've just hit 7k from Bobby McKenna. Just donated £24.30. And he said, doing it for Seedol's OCD. So 24.30 brings us up to 7k. So we've only got 3 to go already. This is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. Bloody hell. Thank you very much, guys. That's insane.
To be fair, you didn't help in this scene, Luke. It's all the constant little smirks.
Oh, man. I really enjoyed winding you up during this whole bit. The thing is, like, normally you're actually like very professional and really good at filming stuff, but for some reason this scene, you just couldn't keep a straight face for like more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, if you want.
Yes. Wasn't even 5 minutes.
No. Like, literally, the very best shot, which actually ended up going in the trailer. Like, if you look at it really closely, you'll actually see you still like smirking. In fact, like here now, this is the actual shot we used in the trailer.
Conrad.
And like, you can see you started to smirk there. That was the best take out of hours in that office.
That was best.
So,
yeah.
We don't need to open the box again.
That'll be the last one.
Right, well, it's up to you. I'm not mucking it up.
I'm not going to laugh, I promise.
Like him so good at cheap people. Okay, camera two. Sound happy?
Can I just take a second? Sorry.
So I think a big question I've got to ask you, Nathan, one that I think loads of people have asked, is Conrad.
Sound happy?
Like, how did we end up getting to saying Conrad?
I genuinely have no idea. I always thought it. I literally, every time I played it through so many times, always thought it was Conrad.
Yeah.
And it was only after this one, it was like, he doesn't say Conrad. It's like, oh.
The thing is, like, I just love how we went to all of this effort, like behind the scenes we spent about a month planning this trailer, like filming it over 3 days. We drove all the way to Birmingham like twice to go and pick up all the equipment. But yet that one line, not a single person like questioned like if it was right.
No.
Fucking stinks, isn't it?
Oh, God, that room was so smelly.
Get somewhere close to the smell that's emanating around this stinking office, but hopefully
Yes, Chris, I'm definitely looking forward to Resident Evil 5. I've actually need to wait about like the last sort of, I think about half an hour of it just to finish the playthrough. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Interesting to see how Katie gets on with it.
So what's Katie's experience with Resident Evil?
Fighting Krauser.
That is literally, that's the only experience he's had so far.
And watching us on that challenge, and then watching some of the watchalongs. So I mean, she's literally had no real game time in it, so it's going to be very interesting.
Awesome.
Yeah, it'd be good.
I'm looking forward to seeing her showing you up again.
That's quite possible. I think at least the first sort of hour, I'm probably going to have to do a lot of the heavy lifting, but then after that, she'll probably just start caning me.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Nice. Right. So here, yeah. Now what we're watching is the actual trailer. Still can't believe this was 10 years ago. So yeah, your old Vitara, which obviously we saw last week during last week's watch along in the Ferals trailer.
I missed that car.
Yeah, it was
Such
good.
a fun car.
So where did you end up getting like the whole of the like hunk SWAT outfit from?
It was actually from a friend Ben at the time. He, well, Ben and Jai. Between the two of them, they had, because we used to do a lot of airsofting together, hence the guns and the gear and everything. But yeah, so it was between a combination of all three of our gears came up to that basically.
Yeah.
It worked quite well. And
I
to be
mean,
fair,
it looks.
like,
I was going to say, it looks.
half of this. You can
Damn
actually, you can see it
Skype's
now.
so annoying.
You can see it now. This isn't actually me being hunk again, basically. It's because you can tell because the actual helmet fits. Because I've got a stupidly big head, it always sits higher.
Yeah. Nathan Big Head Gibbard. And also, I mean, I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit. You were behind the scenes directing the shots. So, you know,
Yes,
you couldn't
very
be
true.
there, like, running around everywhere. So, I mean, it does, I mean, the outfit does look so authentic to, like, Resident Evil 2 Hunk. Like, really looks the part. Like, I think we did a pretty awesome job with that.
It worked very well.
Although I have to say, looking at Recovery Operation now, compared to Ferals, it does show you, like, as much as I love Recovery Operation, you can really see, like, a huge, like, step forwards in the production that we got on Ferals.
But then you have to remember this is kind of, also where it all started as well. So, you know, you may not have had Ferals looking as good if you didn't go through this stage, so.
100%. We learned so many things about this, and to not be quite so reliant upon, like, prosthetics, because we did a load of tests when we were trying to make, like, get ready for making this trailer. And, you know, we were trying to make things so when people got shot, like blood would, like, splatter out of them, like, we made all of these pumps and things. And not all of them worked, like, when we were trying to film. And when you've got, like, you know, like 15 people, like, waiting around to do filming and things, and you've got, like, a pump that's not working, it was just quite stressful. So we learned, like, not to be, like, 100% reliant on doing, like, you know, all of our special effects through that.
Yeah.
I love the colours in this scene. It's just super bright all of a sudden.
Yeah, this is the first time I'd ever done, like, colour grading on, like, a video project before. And I just got, like, some software, which I was trying out for the first time. So I don't know why, I just got to this scene and I just got a little bit, like, heavy with, like, using the effects. So I was just like, this looks really cool. But yeah, I guess it does sort of add to it.
It does look pretty good though. It looks very, like, sunset.
Yeah.
Do you remember how long we spent filming this scene?
Yeah.
So this prosthetic did come out very well. This bit with Matt's arm. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty pleased with that. But it was a shame that we never blew up that shepherd's hut. I'm not sure if you remember the story about that.
I wish we knew about that before.
Do you want to tell the guys the story behind that?
Yeah, it was obviously we did all the filming and everything, and then I think you were talking to the landowner, and like a few days afterwards or something, and it turned out that the shed was actually being knocked down, so he was more than happy for us to actually basically knock it down for him or blow it up.
Yeah, we could have had a scene there where Matt just gets blown up in the shepherd's hut, see his limbs go flying out everywhere. I'm sure Matt would have been happy to sign up for that.
I don't think the insurance would cover the petrol bombs, though. That would be the thing.
Possibly not. No.
And my car that always knows when it should start properly.
Oh man, it adds so much to the dramatic effect. Do you remember how close you were to hitting those logs at that bit? Oh man, that was ridiculous. I remember you said like after that happened, you were like, even if I crashed, I would have kept on driving.
It'd be the only way to keep continuity.
well, yeah, true. That is true. We would have had to have gone with that shot. So, yeah, I remember this was a huge moment for people because they had no idea that you were behind this costume. So we hadn't done a Resident Evil challenge together for 3 years, and then it all led up to this moment, this big reveal, where Nathan had come back. And I remember people lost their shit on YouTube as soon as they got to this bit. There we go. There's a line. And you see you smirking there as well. It was literally the best take that we had. Oh, yeah. I can see people in the chat, Seedole there saying this reveal still gets all of us. I think. Yeah. No, I do think that was a pretty cool reveal. That was pretty good. Oh, good old recovery operation.
Yeah.
Which now leads us on to the greatest Resident Evil challenge of all time, which I'm still really surprised about, because it's actually a challenge which we didn't even beat. It's a challenge that we end up failing. But it was one of the hardest challenges that we ever did.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was good.
Resident Evil Challenger.
But yeah, we start with Resident Evil 5, going back and watching this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this is the first time we did co-op on Resident Evil 5 as well. So this might give you some reminders of what you're up for next week.
Well, Nathan's got something to tell you. I'm afraid we failed. Not actually passed the challenge in 24 hours in about 5 challenges. So
we just had such a bad streak then. I think we just it was just too hard at that point.
Over a year since we last did a challenge together, and people are still asking me where he went. We just kind of drifted apart, really. And we still kind of...
I was so certain we weren't ever going to do another Resident Evil challenge together at this point.
Us attempting any future challenges.
But,
together.
you know, here we are, like 11 years after that video went out, and we're back. I'm very glad that we did get back together and do another one.
Back and even stronger now.
Well, exactly. Well, I feel like this is the strongest we've ever been.
It's been a long time. Conrad.
Third time we see that Conrad reveal, but it never gets old.
Right, hello everyone. Here we are on Challenge 2010.
And look, I'm actually wearing a t-shirt.
I know. Wraith and Gibbard.
I can't foresee any issues too much. Resident Evil 5 together.
You can't foresee any issues too much. Did you have any idea what we were in store for?
First Nemesis 5.
Naive, I think.
Last night was more difficult than I expected it to be, but once you get the grenade launcher, you can go quite swimmingly.
So yeah, this was actually the first challenge where we ever did fight every Nemesis, and also the very first challenge where you did, well, you introduced the Lucky Dip idea.
I have done before.
Yeah.
Without,
Can you remember like how you came up with that idea in the end?
do this, it'd be,
To be honest, I can't, but I think Resident Evil 4 was always going to be the best one to start it on, because obviously with a very wide array of weaponry and everything, it was very easy to, well, it made sense to set up it as a Lucky Dip, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think after that it was just like, oh yeah, we can actually use it for this, and then this, and this.
Yeah.
First challenge that me and Nathan's done in nearly 3 years today.
So, Izzy, did you say you're considering doing a Resident Evil 4 stream at some point?
Yes, yeah, it was. Yeah, I've not played the HD version on the PS4 yet, so it would be kind of nice to go back to it. I don't think I've picked up for about 6 or 7 years, maybe a little bit. So yeah, it would be. With my memory, it would probably be more or less a blind playthrough.
Yeah. So, like, what version have you played before? Was it like the Wii edition or?
It was the Wii version. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think to my memory, that's the only version I've played through and actually completed.
The best
probably played
version.
a little bit. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100%.
Nice.
Yeah, no. Might put that up for an idea, or I might just surprise everyone with it. We shall see.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Oh, sorry.
I have
I
a few ideas.
totally forgot to say congratulations on Alien yesterday, and well, over the past couple of weeks, some awesome stuff there. Glad it wasn't too frustrating at the end for you.
No, it was alright actually. Yeah, and that bit, when you're walking across the space station and you get confronted by all the xenomorphs, that was a really cool bit. That was a really cathartic bit. That was a really good way to end it. 100%. It's so set up for a sequel though. I just wish they'd announce it. I wish they'd just go for it. 100%.
Oh my god. Yeah, there's so many xenomorphs. That was terrifying.
Yeah. I'm glad you don't have to face more than one throughout the majority of the game.
Yeah, no, one was definitely more than enough for majority.
Yeah, I think I'd still be playing it now.
I think you probably would. So we just got a donation through from Wolfie, £20, and he said, by my maths, that's one for each challenge. So, thank you very much for that, Wolfie. That brings us up to 7,020. Bloody hell, 10k isn't far off at all now. So that is very exciting.
After mine, sounds like a bit of a suicide attempt, but I'm doing Resident Evil Remake as Jill.
So yeah, that brings us up to £94, and we're like 15 minutes in, which is crazy.
It will be on easy mode, but considering it's Jill with a knife and invisible enemy, it's not easy, trust me. There's going to be a lot of troubles with that. But
actually, I think I must be in this one, because I think I can hear Lily barking in the background.
I can hear Ada barking in the background.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if I was actually in this one, or whether that was the one we went on holiday for.
No, I heard you laughing in the background.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
That's how bad my memory is.
Maybe you might have been filming it or something, actually.
Quite possibly, yeah. I really wish I could go back and remember more of the challenges. 100%.
Well, if only you had, 20 videos of us in the past online, shared by thousands of people to remind you.
Yeah, absolutely. But I don't physically remember doing any of it, so, or much of it anyway.
Fine, I'll go.
Oh, look at that old challenge setup. Oh, it was so weird seeing you in that room now, Izzy. Yeah.
I get a shotgun. You get the MP5.
That people can see.
So the old classic Nathan coin flip.
Cool. Right. Well, without further ado, I'm playing as Sheva. I'm the bitch of the room.
So I think we actually had 5 cameras set up in this room when we were doing it.
Yeah.
I just remember, like, every time, like. Sorry, I was going to say.
With cameras.
Yeah. I think every challenge we got to, we were like, let's just add one more, or let's get an angle of this. But I just remember like wanting to like go to the bathroom, being like an assault course. I was like, and one wrong move, and the whole live stream goes down. Just like trying to creep through.
Yeah.
Time has officially started now.
Yes, there was a ridiculous amount of cables running across the floor that I do remember, being very conscious of them.
With these weapons, I'm Sheva and Nathan is Chris. Let's get rolling. Basically, we had to redesign our whole setup because this little camera that we were going to use, this little bastard here, can't actually stream and record at the same time without switching itself off. So now
you look so disappointed, Nathan. So, but sat here for 2 hours. Why is this bloody stream not working?
It's been a long time.
Now 16 minutes past 2.
Just got a £15. Bloody hell, everyone's been very generous today. Just got a £15 donation through from Sean Dolan, also known as C-Dol. £15 for Watchalong 15 on July the 15th. Thanks, Nougie, Nathan, Izzy, and Matt. Oh, that is very true. Yeah, there's a lot of 15s going on today. I was about to say we were 15 then, but that's totally not true at all. We would have been 20. Me and you, I think.
Chapter 1.
Yeah.
2010.
Yeah.
We got there in the end.
Right, we're just doing the first Ouroboros boss fight on Resident Evil 5. 44 minutes in so far. So yeah, it's not been too hard. We did most of this chapter pretty well. I didn't use it.
So yeah, looking back at Resident Evil 5, 10 years on, what do you guys make of it now? Like how much, like you know, how much do you guys play the game? Like how do you compare it to like the other games in the series?
We're 49 minutes in now.
I think it's definitely the last sort of good one. It's like average at best.
Yeah.
Six is obviously amazing.
Mushroom and farmhouse cheddar.
No, Resident Evil 5. It just got far too linear. I really like the co-op idea because it's always something that like Resident Evil 0 could almost be so easily turned into a co-op.
Just hit the hour mark. Challenge.
This was like first. No, I do quite enjoy it, but not as a Resident Evil game or as a shooter, really. But, no, it's quite good. I like it.
That's fair. How about you, Izzy?
Yeah, I've always really enjoyed 5. You know, yeah, okay, it is one of the more linear ones, but then you could almost say that about 4 as well. So you know, I think the system really works, but yeah, whether or not it's, you know, classed as one of the better Resident Evil games, I think it's a very good game. But you know, it's all a matter of opinion. I've really enjoyed it. I've put an awful amount of hours into 5 across the PS3 and the PS4. So
yeah,
and obviously doing it on Challenge Day now. So
yeah, how are you feeling about that at the moment? Have you decided on a difficulty that you want to do?
Not yet. I'm teetering between normal and veteran. I think it depends on what difficulty I decide to do for 7 as well.
Yeah.
Because obviously 7 is going to be like, you know, a second or third possibly playthrough rather than something that I'm very familiar with like 5. So
yeah.
But yeah, it will be lucky dip, but I think I will be deciding the difficulty beforehand. I need to go back and have a bit of a practice and see how comfortable it still feels and all that sort of thing. So, you know, looking forward to it. Apart from this boss fight, man, it's awful.
Yeah, it's the worst part of the entire game. Like, there's not been a single playthrough of 5 where I've not got pissed off at this stupid boss fight.
Just took so many attempts on professional. It's ridiculous. Your guns are just so underpowered in comparison. I would prefer to get out of the truck and just use my own weapons over using 100%. The Gatling guns. Yeah. No,
it's got the Carlos from Resident Evil 3 remake, Fairy Dust, as you very well nicknamed it, Syndrome, where it's just like loads of bullets that just do absolute jack shit. So it wasn't very good.
This could be it. This is it. You can break it if we shoot it quick enough.
It's the fact you can't heal as well. It's just, yeah.
That boulder! That boulder's one of the worst bits as well. It's like you have to hit it perfectly for it to fall apart, otherwise you just die like that.
I'm back.
No, Nathan, remember, we discussed this. When you come back into the live stream, remember how you make your entrance.
Hopefully, third time lucky. Well,
it's been a long time.
There we go. That's how you do it. Nice.
Right, we're on the third stage.
Oh, not the Eldritch gun tactic.
Yes, we were just discussing this in great detail.
Oh yeah.
How crap it is as a boss fight.
Might be the first time we ever see Katie rage with this boss fight, because it is not fun.
The only thing that I found when playing this as a trick was to tap the chute instead of holding it, because then it doesn't overheat.
Okay.
Damn it.
but it still fires out pretty much as rapidly as it would usually.
Really? I didn't know that.
That was the thing that I found was an absolute saving grace was when doing it on professional.
Nice.
Yeah, because if the guns overheat, you're pretty fucked. Like, there's just nothing you can really do.
Well, as we are in this situation right now in Challenge 2010,
Exactly.
where we just got fucked again. Oh man, how many deaths did we have? It's ridiculous. Also, sorry, Nathan, I also forgot to congratulate you on your very nice wife beater you're wearing tonight.
Did you not just notice I've only just changed?
I actually only just noticed when I saw it in the chat. But, no, it's very nice. How many different wife beaters have you got? Have you got like a different colour for like each day of the week, or?
Right, well, we're now 2 hours 58
4,
minutes.
okay.
I think I need a colourful one.
And we just beat the chapter where you have to try
I'll tie-dye you a wife beater.
I was thinking more like red and black stripes.
Nice, nice. And then Trivium written over the front.
Yeah.
Doing all right.
Just got a £10 donation through from KidVirus53. It's a good thing there's no Resident Evil 2 in this. Lol. Much love to you all. Also, you did not earn a trophy. Thank you very much for that, Grant.
Thank you.
So yeah, I mentioned to you guys last week that KidVirus have been trying to do a Resident Evil 2 no save challenge recently, and had been quite emotionally scarred on the final Birkin boss fight where he kept on dying with no saves. So I think he's put that game out of his mind for a long time. So yeah, don't worry about us having to go back through Resident Evil 2 in this one.
Similar shaped objects. So whilst he does that, I'm going to go for a slash. Uh-oh. There we go. That was a famous...
Oh man, that you did not earn a trophy.
Right,
Another board, get down!
3 hours 28 minutes in. Seem to be doing alright at the moment. Not had too many deaths. We're probably...
One thing I don't like about 5 is how slow it seems, like in terms of actual movement. Like that's one of my main likes about 6 is the fact that you can properly run and sort of get around quickly.
Right, well, we're on the boss fight of Irving, and we've nearly beat him.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
Nathan,
like-
have you played Resident Evil 6 before?
Yeah.
We've played it, haven't we?
We are 3 hours 40 minutes through so far.
We played.
So not too bad.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
Another 3 hours.
Yeah, we played a lot of Mercenaries, but I remember us playing, we definitely did Leon's and Chris's, but I don't think we did Jake and Sherry's together. I think I played that by myself.
Have we got any health?
But yeah, we do spend a lot of time on Mercenaries.
I can't even remember Resident Evil 6 Mercenaries.
It's really good, actually.
Yeah.
As a standalone, that would be so much better.
3 hours 42 on
Just
the
needs a
dot.
few more characters, I think. That was always my only thought with it.
Yeah.
Actually died on that chapter.
Well, one thing I had been thinking of was if we hopefully do hit our 10k incentive, and we do this big Resident Evil Challenger meetup. Like I mentioned, I think it would be really cool to have like a place where we can have some multiplayer games, so people can play like Mortal Kombat and Crash Team Racing and stuff. But I thought it would also be really cool if we could set up like a PlayStation and have like a different maybe like a Resident Evil Mercenaries on there, and like people can try and set like a high score, and we see like who can get like the highest score on one of them. But yeah, I just don't know which Mercenaries we would go for, which is like everyone's favourite Mercenaries out of all of them.
We'll have to wait and see though. Yeah, so
I think 5's probably the best Mercenaries.
You reckon?
Got quite a lot of them.
Yeah, out of all of them,
We've got the
definitely.
liquid fight and
I'm
stuff.
surprised
got the
you
option
didn't
of
think
split
4
See
was.
how those go. Right, well, we're just doing the U8.
Yeah, that is the benefit of 5, is that if people wanted to do it co-op,
We're on 4 hours 46. So you picked
Or
up the
even-
pace quite a bit,
even
but there's been a
6,
fair few
you know.
deaths So far.
how are you feeling about 6 at the weekend, Luke?
Just about sums it up. That's how I'm feeling about spending time with Gaudi. My feelings on the game are.
Yeah, he doesn't mean that. He loves you, really.
I don't mean that really. But I think it should be fun. I think it just.
I didn't even get touched.
I'm just going to have a couple of beers. We'll have some fun. I think we're going to turn friendly fire on, wind each other up, like just, yeah, I think we'll just make it silly. So, no, it will be good.
So yeah, 4 hours 48.
I can't remember how long Chris's scenario is.
So, yeah,
Is it about like 8 hours, 10 hours, something like that?
Yeah, we've got
10, I think. Yeah.
10 hours.
52 minutes. We want to get this done under 9 o'clock.
I think it's.
and that's going to be pretty.
Probably one of the longer ones. Out of them.
4 hours 55 minutes in.
Yeah.
No,
Thanks for that, guys. Yeah, really appreciate that.
We're doing alright. We're doing the.
You're suffering for a good cause. Remember that.
True.
Can you imagine how many trophies we would have earned if we were actually allowed to in that
Yeah,
game?
we're doing alright.
The amount of times it flashed up.
As I said, it's just
It was had at least a
how
couple
we
of
play this
thousand.
game. It's not a quick
Man,
game.
if we turn that into a drinking game, drink every time you do not earn a trophy, I think all of our viewers would be dead by like the first hour.
Yeah.
Right, well,
The
we're doing
challenge
the
would be happening if you guys drunk
second
that
Euro
much. Then
fight.
yeah, you'd be pretty
We're on
fucked for the rest
5
of it.
hours 9 minutes.
Yeah.
And well, that's fucking loud, isn't it? And again, we're not really had many struggles recently. Just been plowing through pretty.
So yeah, I know you've been revisiting Resident Evil 5, Nathan, in preparation for your co-op stream. Like, how have you find it, like, going back to it? Like, have there been any bosses that you've really been struggling with, or any
This
sections
one.
you found? That one, really?
Yeah, it literally. I think it took me like about an hour to actually do it.
Oh,
And
fuck.
I mean, I don't know why, because I mean, I watched a video, because I was struggling so long, I ended up watching a video.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I forgot about the gas canisters. But even without them, I literally expended every single piece of ammunition I had. I mean, you're talking like 40 rifle rounds, 100, 150 handgun rounds, God knows how many shotgun and like machine gun rounds into like the bits you're meant to hit.
Yeah.
And it just wouldn't go down. I think actually that hour of play was probably only about, I think it was about 4 attempts.
Jesus.
It was really
It can
hard.
be really long. Yeah.
But the easiest one I found, ironically, on the playthrough I've just done, is the El Gigante.
Really? What? Has your game glitched or something?
Really quick. Yeah, I know. It was really quick though. I was very surprised.
Oh, that's good.
No, for the most part, it's goes pretty. It's been pretty straightforward.
Too much of an issue.
I think having
Right, we're now doing the
a second player will definitely help. Obviously, starting the game with some slightly upgraded weapons obviously helps speed up the first couple of sections. But yeah, I think it should go pretty well. As long as you can get used to aiming. If you can't get used to aiming, then it's going to be quite difficult.
Yeah, you might have a small problem there.
Yeah. It's right, I'll give her a stun rod and lots
That's
of healing
true.
items.
That is one
It's,
thing, actually. Oh, sorry, Izzy.
No, it's alright. You go.
I was going to say, that is one thing that Resident Evil 5 did do really well, was the stun rod. I wish they'd used that in more of the games. But yeah, that was a really cool weapon.
There's one more.
Yeah. Is Katie playing as Sheva?
Yes, more than likely.
Yeah, because obviously
Well, I've been
remember Sheva shoots over the other shoulder. That's what always gets me when I play as her.
Well,
A bit further. One more
I've
push.
been trying to work my way through it and decide who has the harder job in it. Because obviously, like for this bit, for instance, is Sheva's on her own and in a very tight space, but then Chris has got to be able to cover her and fight.
Yeah.
So it makes more sense for like this bit for me to be Chris, but then like at the beginning where you're in like the two buildings and obviously Chris is on his own not getting attacked and you've got to protect Sheva.
Yeah.
So this is why I haven't really decided on whether I'm going to do like lucky dip weapons or anything like that. It's because I want Katie to enjoy it as well, so it doesn't ever put her off everyone who's tried a different game.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
So, but then I don't want it to be too easy because obviously otherwise I'll probably have to do it with my eyes shut. But
It is all about that
yes,
placing
no,
in your
I'm going to try and get it as balanced as possible.
Nice. Right, it's good you're doing a practice run before you get into it.
Yeah. I think if I didn't, it would have been very, very long-winded. Doable,
Wow.
but long-winded.
Well, I think all three of us have found that during the past couple of months, is that, you know, with all of these games that we haven't played for, you know, 5-10 years or whatever, like, you really do need to have that one playthrough just to, you know, make all of those shit mistakes that we've made before, like, get your head back around, like, how everything works. And then it's amazing, like, how quickly you actually remember, like, all of the stuff, like, from before.
You might get away with it. Because I'm right at the edge. Don't let him kill you again.
And like I feel like, especially like a couple of weeks ago when you were like really into Zero, Nathan, like I feel like you were getting like some of the best times and like some of the hardest stipulations like you've ever tried before. So the benefits of lockdown.
Yeah, I've got. Resident Evil Zero is definitely going to be a fun one. It's going to be very interesting playing it alongside you. Yeah, and that is be. And do it with the old savage or sausage dip, as you want.
I think we just got to call it the sausage dip.
It might even be a sausage grill, who knows?
See, this is the thing. Like, this is the thing about Nathan is he's so creative with the things. Like, we've got the lucky dip, the wheel of fortune, the sausage dip. Like, all of these like amazing, creative ideas all come straight out of the head of Wraith and Gibbard. So
you know that you came up with the name sausage dip, Luke, because you misread his handwriting.
Yeah, no. So I remember Nathan sent me some handwritten notes of the savage dip. And I was just like, what? Why are you doing a sausage dip in the challenge? Oh dear.
It was good. It was funny.
But just to remind people, what are the options that you've got in the sausage dip?
It was things along the lines of, I think one of them was no saving, or like literally probably say one save might be a more sensible idea.
Kid Virus will be really up for that.
Yeah. And then it was going to be like either two-handed weapons only, maybe plus the knife, I think would probably be realistic.
Yeah.
One firearm between the two of them at one point. So it makes like moving stuff around be an absolute nightmare. You end up basically doing the whole life only apart from bosses. Only healing in Marcus fights, which I know is doable because that's actually what I did on my last one, even though I didn't actually heal at all. But I think that was about it. Really. It sort of depends on what, because me and Izzy are going to do the same difficulty level. So whether Izzy chooses to either do easy or normal, I'll be doing the same with Savage Dip. Or if it ends up being normal, I might make it like a little bit slightly lighter on the Savagery. Like maybe a couple of saves or healing on bosses, or like after boss fights only or something like that, just to make it so it's not too possible.
Not too brutal. Don't want to start the challenge like already tearing your hair out.
No, absolutely.
12 hours in, still on the track.
Well, that has nearly happened before. So with the Savage Dip, is it one of those options that you'd pull out?
1 second, guys.
Okay.
Well, Nathan just fucked things up.
Oh, bollocks, did I?
Nathan just fucked things up. You said that in
Sorry,
the past.
back in 1 second.
Cool, no worries, mate.
Shoots it.
Man, I forgot how many boss fights there are in this game. Like,
There's an insane amount, yeah.
It's a beefy game.
7 hours.
But I think the only reason they can kind of do this is because obviously the drops are random, so you'll randomly get ammo and shit from enemies.
Yeah.
I think that's the only way that they can kind of make it fair. Otherwise, you'd just be running out of ammo constantly.
Yeah, that is true.
I've got to shoot it.
Would you say you prefer Resident Evil 5 over 4?
But yeah, we finally beat
In terms of how much I've played it, probably. Yeah, whether a playthrough of 4 might change my mind on that. The only thing that has always been my main burden with 4 is anything that involves Ashley.
Yeah, no, she is a right pain in the ass, as Nathan will attest to.
22 minutes in
Yes,
thus far.
absolutely.
and we're now on the Wesker fight. We're doing the one for the rocket launcher first. So hopefully, well, my estimation of getting this done before 9's
So
way
was
off,
this
'cause
nearly
it's
how
at
you
10.
had your head shaved
So probably
when you were
finish by about
threatening it
10.
the other day?
This is what I would have gone for. Yeah, so to people out there, I was really contemplating just getting all of my hair shaved off. I think it was after we watched Challenge 2015, and then I was like, I really miss the afro. I really want to bring the afro back. But then I was just like, going from these dreads, it's just like, you kind of, because they're so tightly dreaded, you have to kind of go back to the beginning and just get them completely shaved off. So there were 2 instances last week where I was just about to go to the barber's and do it, and then I just chickened out and I wussed out. And at the moment, I feel I'm probably not going to do it, but I'm quite on the fence.
That might
I don't
change
know.
tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
It's when you come back from Scotland, you're just clean shaven.
Yeah, true. If I could just go straight from this to the afro, it would be great. But unfortunately, there's quite a lengthy transition there.
A process, yeah.
Come on.
What would Grace feel about you getting rid of the dreads?
Well, that's a big reason why I haven't got my hair cut. Every time I'm about to go, she's like, "No, you can't go. You can't go."
It's been a long time.
I'm loving these costume changes. Oh, this is brilliant. This is great. Oh, this is good stuff.
We can jump on his back soon, I swear.
Oh, you got a beer? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna... Oh, alright. Alright, if you're getting a beer, I'm gonna get a beer. Alright, I'll be right back.
Next time that's exposed, let me know.
We gotta do it quick, mate,
Because that's the way we've got to kill him.
Quick, should we hang up and really confuse him?
Is that still not
Probably
exposed
best
yet?
not.
So I'm running out of ammo now.
Don't want too many tech.
Alright, let's just tape some black paper over our cameras.
Stay away from me.
You get that option and then we'll finish him off.
I forgot
There
about
you go.
this fire. I haven't even
Got it.
I've got this fire yet on my stick. Or my...
This...
There you go. Oh, no. Oh, you've not got enough health. Where's that knife option? Oh, what the fuck?
Get the scissors out.
Shit, you didn't have enough health to do it. I don't think we can actually beat him.
Try once more.
Oh, I've got to heal you. That's it. Oh, that was so close. Good to do that all over again now.
Down.
There for now. You can come across again if you want.
That is a shitter, isn't it?
If we just jumped on his back.
The only one I'm dreading is El Gigante, really. That's the only one that I think I'm going to have any sort of major issues with. Possibly this Wesker fight at the end. Only because when you're doing
you hear
it
the
with...
rest?
Just do this from the start.
Huh?
I think we might kill him doing this. If you don't die.
What's up now?
Oh,
Oh, he didn't have enough health.
can you hear me okay?
Right, heal me.
I can hear you, dude.
Shit.
Looks like you can't hear it in the chat. Or in the
I think when my microphone switched itself off when I left, but it's back on now.
With full health.
Okay, cool.
There we go.
Do it.
Yeah, and this fight with Wesker can be a bit difficult when you're using the second character as an AI
Yeah.
as well. They can sometimes fuck you over. So I'll be bringing a second controller for one of you two, just in case.
No, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Are you doing the PS4 version?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yes, we fucking
Yes,
finished.
I don't have two working PS3 controllers that aren't shitty little geotech things that barely work anyway. So I'm not trying it.
Well, I could use my PS4 controller for when I'm playing.
Pressing anything.
Oh, I can't believe we died on that bit.
That bit.
Yeah. That's like a jet ski moment.
It really was. Yeah.
That boss fight again.
I love how you can see the Domino's pizzas stacking up already.
Oh, thank fuck for that.
Do you see if we get sponsored by it?
Well, you know what? So genuinely, for the Resident Evil Challenger meetup thing, if we do manage to hit 10k, which I'm feeling fairly confident at, especially after tonight, I was going to see if we could try and get the event sponsored by Lucozade. You know, I mean, it makes more than enough sense. I mean, I have no idea what they're going to say, but if anything, just to bring in some samples of Lucozade, because I know a lot of people in the States have never tried Lucozade before and have wanted to, because it's really hard to get out there. So yeah, I'm going to have a chat with them and see if I can wrangle something. I might make a video showing all of the Lucozade references over 15 years and be like, come on guys, look how much we've loved you over all this time.
What about seeing Capcom want to sponsor us as well?
Yeah, I've tried. Man, they're so hard to get in contact with. I tried speaking to them to see if they could give us a tweet on social media for our 15th birthday thing, but they just didn't reply. I don't think they're particularly the best on social media inquiries, but yeah, I'll try it again. Give it a go. Oh, so that was the first part of Challenge 2010.
A lot of anticipation. Me and good old SWAT member here doing our first Resident Evil challenge in nearly 3 years, so it's been a long time, Conrad.
But we're starting off with Resident Evil 5, which we're both doing co-op, which is something we've never done before on a challenge.
Right, well, we just beat the flying bat boss thing first time round. Pile of piss, got hit once, maybe twice in the whole thing, so that's pretty easy.
Well, we seem to have sped right up towards the end. Yeah, seems to be all going quite well now.
Sweet! Yes! We fucking finished, mate! After all of that, fuck me. So, that took us 7 hours 48 to beat.
7 hours. Such a big chunk out of both our time.
Yeah.
But that was actually still a fairly good time for Resident Evil 5, actually.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
It's just such a mammoth game.
Yeah.
Hello people. Right, we just finished Resident Evil 5, which was a fucking nightmare, but it wasn't too bad actually. Just about to start Resident Evil 3. I'm doing it with pistol, upgraded pistol, shotgun, grenade launcher with standard rounds only. It sounds like quite a lot, but I'm doing every single Nemesis fight, which is going to be a bit of a git, but...
Bit of a git, I love that. I say that all the time now.
When do you think, challenge-wise, you'll have it done?
So, where would you say you rate Resident Evil 3, the original, in your favourites of the series?
Ideally.
Well, not taking any remakes into account.
Yeah. We'll see. Well, as I said before, I wish you the best luck.
Third?
Right, so
Okay.
Second or third? It's third. Let's say third. Because Zero is definitely my favourite. 4 is my second.
Ready to go.
I just really like 4. And then 3 is definitely one of the other ones. I think remakes actually moved up in the list a bit. I think it comes up to 4th now after the stream I did. Really enjoyed it, as much as it was a hard stream towards the end. It was quite enjoyable.
Yeah.
Probably about 3 years, maybe 4 years.
I mean, I would say remake, as far as a Resident Evil game, is probably the best. Just the controls, the graphics, the game style and everything. And I feel like it's the perfect remake. There's hardly anything about it I think I would change. It was just such a perfect game. So yeah, I do rate it pretty highly.
So hopefully this will be alright. Got 2 and
just got a donation through from Gaudi, SG Junior, donated £5. Gaudi's mum here. Gaudi was attacked by a moth and will be unable to do any live streams. Apologies. Gaudi! Gaudi! You're getting very creative with these excuses now. It's getting a bit out of hand. It's unbelievable. But thank you for rounding us up to £7,050.
It's been a long time.
You're going to have a handwritten note from his doctor come through your letterbox over the next couple of days.
Oh my god! We just got a donation through from Greg of £79.43. Oh my Christ! Bloody hell! This is unreal. So that has officially put us over £1,000 raised for Stop Hate. So in 1 week, and we've raised £1,000 for Stop Hate. Fucking hell, that is insane. That is nuts.
Thank you, Greg.
Yeah, thank you very much, Greg. That is insane.
Yeah.
Oh, blimey,
thank
I'm
you.
kind of lost for words.
Yeah.
Well, I think these guys want this meetup. I mean, we are
Absolutely, yeah.
accelerating to 10k. You know, I said 10k. What I really meant was 15k.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, don't turn around.
That's awesome. Thank you, dude.
So yeah, we've now hit £203 and 73 pence just for today. So
Wow.
I'm just trying to work out who that Greg is. Is that Greg Innes? Potentially. I'm trying to work out which Greg it is. If you could confirm in the chat who Greg is, that would be cool.
The next one will kill it. If it doesn't kill me first. Yes, I was right.
Oh, do you see the coaster came up with my drink there?
Shit, is it really that bad? Yeah. 2 fully healing items on that. Luckily, it was just right out where the herbs were. So, not the end of the world, but at least he's dead now. Right, well, Nathan's doing his first Nemesis fight at the police station now. How many attempts do you reckon this will take you?
I doubt I'd do it first attempt, to be honest. Not going like that anyway.
Oh, so the Greg that donated was G23G from Twitter. Cool. Thank you very much, Greg. That was that was an amazing donation from you. It's thank you for pushing us over 1k for Stop Hate. That's some awesome stuff.
Well,
So,
unfortunately, it wasn't the
Thank
first
you,
time.
dude.
fantastic stuff there, man.
Hopefully, if you try and stick to strategy, you should be
Thank you.
alright.
So Nathan is currently playing through his first playthrough of Resident Evil 3 Remake. How far? I've just hit my damn funny bone again. I don't know what it is with these Watchalogs. I always seem to hit my funny bone doing these. It really fucking hurts. But yeah, how far through Resident Evil 3 Remake have you got so far? What are your kind of thoughts on it?
A couple of red herbs as well.
I do like it. I haven't got very far. I think I only got to the point where you get the bolt cutters, which I think is probably only like 40 minutes, an hour in.
Yeah.
Right near the front.
So
It's a very good game. I really like it. It's very similar to like RE2. I haven't quite got into it properly, so I don't want to comment too much. Because as soon as we went on to doing saying about doing the level 5 stream, Resident Evil 5 stream, I was trying to make sure I'd get a playthrough of that done first, so I smashed quite a bit of that out.
Yeah.
Still need to finish it a little bit.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good game, and it will be one I'll be going on to very shortly after.
Awesome. Looking forward to seeing what you think.
Recovered with the serum,
Yes.
you actually go back to fine health. So that's given me essentially a free healing item, and I was never aware of that. But yeah, you want to stay in there, and then as he comes through the door, just shoot loads of grenades. So you can't. It takes him a while to actually get to you. I'd blow him up.
Do love
This is
the
where you
ring.
got really cheap.
Hits on him there.
Yeah.
I don't think anything will ever beat that Nemesis design.
You'll probably kill him on
No, he's great.
typical 16.
He's amazing.
Next
Yeah, I
shot.
mean, I do like the new Nemesis design, but nowhere near as much as that one. I just wasn't really a big fan of the bin bags that they put him in. Before he just
No,
looked,
no, exactly.
And just like his later forms, I won't spoil it for you, Nathan, but yeah, I just felt his later forms didn't look as cool as
Doesn't take long though, does it?
as this version. But then I don't know how much of that is just nostalgia and how much I'm just hanging on
Yeah.
to
Well,
like,
yeah,
old
exactly.
memories.
Yeah.
I really like the opening sort of cutscene where you're sort of fighting him through the flat
Yeah.
or the flats. That's really cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's where I almost thought this game can't be first person. I don't want it to be first
No,
person.
no.
It really worried me until it turned into third person. It was like,
Well, because that's what they showed off at the State of Play when it was officially announced that 3 Remake was about to be released. They initially started it off as a Resident Evil Resistance trailer, which had obviously been announced before then. And yeah, they immediately put it into first person. Then obviously you realise that you were playing as Jill, so you kind of put 2 and 2 together. And yeah, it was really that oh shit moment. I don't want this to be first person.
yeah.
Like 7.
Mm. I do think you should give Resident Evil 7 a proper go at some point, though, Nathan, because well,
yes,
as you probably saw through my stream, like I had, you know, a preconceived idea that I wouldn't like the game for years, and now like I rate it so highly, like I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to play the DLCs properly. I'm so annoyed. I bought my Resident Evil 7 Gold Edition like 4 weeks ago and it's still not arrived. So yeah, I know. Post's just like really fucked around here at the moment. So I haven't even got my Resident Evil Challenge T-shirt. Like everyone has got theirs.
They're sending you out a new one. I know. I've been trying to sort the guys out. I've been trying to sort the guys out in America for theirs, but theirs are just taking so long, and I literally can't do anything until after the final date for delivery either.
Yeah.
Which really sucks. I feel pretty guilty, but.
Oh, don't feel guilty. Honestly, I mean, it's not just you. It's like postage for like Resident Evil 7 and a load of other stuff I've bought just hasn't arrived at all yet. So I feel like unless I buy something on Amazon, like it just doesn't seem to arrive for weeks.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's not a plug for Amazon. Although Amazon, if you want to sponsor our potential meetup event, and please do.
Going back to the Nemesis design, though, looking at it, it looks like his pop vinyl is actually designed after his movie design, after his Apocalypse design.
Yeah, I think he does. I really like that pop.
Normally
that
I
pop.
like
Oh, you've got one! Oh, sweet!
Yeah, I got mine.
Oh, that's sick.
Fuck yes, that's one down.
That's really awesome.
My little smiley boy. He's sat next to my little Majima and my little 8-bit animal.
Oh, that's cool.
Danger or get already. This is what the problem is.
I know Grizzo will be enjoying watching those at the moment.
I've only been hit like
Yes.
6 times in this fight.
Yep.
Oh god. So yeah, this is the beginnings of Resident Evil Remake knife only invisible enemies. Oh man, this is so stressful. It's just stressful watching it. Like, I don't know if I've ever attempted a stipulation as stressful as this.
Caution again, that's nearly 3 fully healing items. I only got hit about 6 times. Ridiculous. But that's Elder Crimson. It's pretty good. And Jill is dressed in her nice new slacks. So all in all, very good. Probably going to move over to Nathan now because he's literally about a minute away from his next Nemesis fight.
That was a really bad time to take a drink.
Right, Nemesis fight number 3 now.
So many Nemesis fights.
Oh yeah.
Aid of Carlos.
Well, I've got to do this during our challenge this year, but I've got to do it with Lucky Dip weapons. So I really hope I don't get screwed over with that.
It's been a long time.
You never do very well with the old Lucky Dips, though.
No, I don't.
Unless it's
I'm
health
Lucky
related.
Dip. Yeah, exactly. Health's fine, but not so much for weapons. Like Zero, like that was just like I couldn't. I was actually in shock doing that Lucky Dip reveal. I was like, I hadn't even considered that I might not get anything like that, and I was just like, I can't believe this is happening. But I've just got to do it. But then when I actually played the game, I felt like I was actually fairly lucky. Apart from that chess puzzle, which was, that was just so stupid. There's just like Nathan there on my WhatsApp, just like, don't move that piece, don't move that piece.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Oh, you killed Carlos.
Expendable.
So I don't think we'd ever seen Carlos die until this point before.
Didn't know he could die.
Right, well,
Yeah.
Second attempt, Nathan just beat the third.
What pussy.
Nemesis. That's probably the easiest Nemesis you'll fight. And you just got a shitload of health, which I think make things a lot easier for you now. Do you know what the next Nemesis fight you've got is?
Power station.
Power station one. So we literally are fighting every single Nemesis on this. Right, guys. Well, I've just had one of my trademark suicidal changes of heart. Basically, I said before in the stipulations where I've been trying to do the Plant 42 just by using the V-Jolt and just pressing on. I'm ready to do that now. I've not made the V-Jolt. It will take a little while to do. I've actually got 7 fully healing items on me at the moment. So I thought, you know what? Let's give it a go. it's probably not going to work because, as I said, I did a test stream. And even
we just got a donation through from Grizzo, £5. Love you all, smiling face. He heard his name being mentioned with the pop figures, and he chipped in with some dollars. Well, pounds, actually. So, yeah, thank you very much for that, Grizzo.
Thank you, dude.
Very kind of you, man.
Here we go. Time for the actual boss fight, Plant 42 now. You've got the code on that piece of paper over there, Nathan.
Oh, it never ends well for Nougie Big Balls. I should have just used the V-Jolt. Should have just done it. Because, like, I might have saved time here, but then the amount of time I spent at the end of the game, like that final Tyrant, I think it was probably like 3 hours in the end, which is just ridiculous.
Oh, what? I didn't know it was going to come from that side. What? That went on for ages.
Multi-boss fights going on at once.
There's a lot going on at the moment on the stream.
It doesn't get more classic REC than this image right here, is watching the two screens like that.
The two screens, the Domino's boxes, the
Nathan's exposed wardrobe.
The exposed wardrobe, half a naked poster on the wall. Yeah, it's all classic Resident Evil Challenger.
Yeah, we just had something we didn't expect. We just got a blue screen of death. Can you believe that? Never on my PC if I had this. I've had it over a year. Never got a blue screen of death. I'm in the middle of fighting fucking Plant 42. Nathan's just about to fight Nemesis. Oh, the shit's flying up in the air!
Oh dear.
It's been a long time.
Well,
wow, we are really smashing these donations today. Just got one through from Benjamin Monk. Thank you very much, dude. £10. He says, keep up the good work, guys. Wishing you luck for RE6 this weekend, dude. Well, thank you very much, Benjamin Monk.
Cheers, Ben.
Thank you.
And also, congratulations on your Resident Evil 4 challenge that you did yesterday. I caught a little bit of it on Twitch yesterday, and yeah, I saw you destroying the Resident Evil 4 ships very, very successfully. So yeah, good stuff on that.
So yeah, I'm just going to finish this off, and then I'll use the V-Jolt on it. But I can't believe it's still not died after all these hits. It's really hard to work out where the tentacles are after a while. Be doable as Chris. And maybe in the future I'll try this as Chris and actually knife it. But
so one question for you, Nathan, which has been asked on the Discord a couple of times. When do you reckon you'll play Code Veronica next?
Years ago.
That's a very good question.
Yeah, look,
and I don't have an answer.
Fair enough.
No, I have been thinking about it. It'd be nice to try and get it done before we actually do the challenge, but I don't think I'm physically going to have the time.
Yeah, it is quite a long game.
I've got ideas on what I want to do for my next stream after the Resident Evil 5 stream, and which we're going to have to put up for a poll, but we'll do that probably after my stream.
Yeah, that's cool.
My and Katie's stream. But I don't know if it'll be one I actually stream, because knowing my luck, and like the first time I played Code Veronica, like 14 hours or whatever it took.
Yeah.
I think that'd be. I'll have to play it before if I was ever going to stream it. But, it was always, I always quite liked it, but I think the first time I ever actually played it was in a challenge, so I never really got to properly appreciate the game. If you get what I mean. So I might actually have a proper playthrough and not actually like skip all the cutscenes and actually try and get the story down on it a bit more.
That's a good point. Yeah, because I forget you have played it. Yeah, it has always been during challenges. So have you actually ever watched all of the cutscenes before?
No.
Probably not. No.
Veronica.
Wow.
I definitely. I know I have on 3 because I've played that a couple of times, and probably not all the scenarios in 2, but yeah, no, I think I need to have a proper playthrough of an actual normal playthrough of it, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it is quite nice to be able to enjoy some games off of streams. Yeah, I think sometimes blind playthroughs, which, you know, Code Veronica probably will be to you, is it's a game that you've only finished like 3 times before and you haven't played it in like 10 years. So it is, you know, pretty much a blind playthrough in, you know, in some sense. Yeah, no, it is quite nice just doing it and taking your time and not having to, you know, worry about performing in front of everyone and having to like race through things too much.
It's only like that.
To be fair, I never would have finished Daymare if I hadn't done it on stream.
Oh yeah, I know.
That would have been going straight on the shelf and it never would have been brought back out again.
Yeah. Well, you might be quite pleased to know that as soon as you finished your stream, I sent my copy of Daymare straight back to base.com.
You're kidding!
No, I was like, I don't know if I can go through this. And also, I was just like, I've got some other games. So I was like, maybe I'll come back round to it in the future.
You bastard!
Yeah, well, you know, you took one for the team. You know, I feel like I have played it in a sense. I've been on that journey emotionally with you.
No, until you get stuck on that last boss fight for God knows how long, you haven't played it.
Oh, yeah, I know. Maybe one day I will. But for the time being, I was just like,
I'm just going to send you my copy.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, I'm buying an Xbox.
Yeah, must be 5th. She got the 5th.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. I'm still fighting Jake
I cannot
the
believe
Snake.
you sent it back. You were threatening to do it as well, and I didn't think you would.
I thought about it. Yeah, I think it was seeing you, like, just seeing that boss fight, the leave elevator thing. I was just like, ooh, that looks pretty hard.
But then again, that was, what, nearly 5 hours worth of playing, and then I went back and did it first time the following day. It was purely well, not the following day, the following stream, sorry.
Yeah.
It was purely the pressure had mounted, and yeah, just couldn't push past.
Well, I think that's a classic Resident Evil Challenger thing. You know, tiredness, fatigue, exhaustion. You know, really affects and just getting stuck on on those mental blocks against bosses and things, which Nathan knows very well as well. I think he might even be having during this challenge right now, actually. Yeah. What would you say, like, over the 15 years you've learned most, Nathan, about like getting through those moments? What have really helped you, like, when you've been stuck on something for hours? What are the kind of best ways to deal with it?
Quite well timed, isn't it?
Is to actually stop for a bit.
Nemesis.
Either stop or play a different game for a bit, because sometimes you can, well, as we did with like the crocodile, for instance.
Yeah.
It's just like you can do it like constantly, keep going at it, but as soon as you've done it more than like 4 or 5 times or for over like an hour, there's almost no point carrying on for a bit. You may as well stop and then start again a bit later.
Yeah.
Because you just look at it a bit differently. That's why I tend to chop and change my games quite a bit, because sometimes I'll get frustrated and then they only make things worse.
Yeah.
But,
when I was doing the database for the times, do you have any idea how many notes I had to make because of you swapping your games over?
You see, that's the reason why I did it as well. Is to make
12
sure
hours and 7 minutes through.
I mean, he always knew you were going to be putting together a database.
His little verdict, what he thinks so far.
Yeah. Just be writing it down. I'd be like, okay, Nathan's started it at this time or at this hour. I'm just like, oh shit, he's now just swapped over. So I put like a little frowny face next to it and paused at whichever time, restarted at whichever time. It's the ones when you'd pause them again for the second time as well. But it gets worse as you go along the challenges, absolutely. You didn't used to do it as much. You didn't used to do it as much. I
think it's a good tactic. I think the only reason why I don't do it as much is that I just worry... in my head at the time, I think that if I'm struggling this much when I'm this exhausted, like, how am I going to feel trying to do it after another game or something? But yeah, I think I can totally understand your logic, and it probably is the right thing to do, to just forget about it and come back to it with fresh eyes. But I think just the way I approach things, I generally just go into insanity mode where I just keep trying the same thing until it works. But yeah, I don't,
Yeah, but also because, like, obviously between like 0 and 3, and Code Veronica, the games are all pretty similar in how it feels when you play them. So it would almost feel like you're not really swapping over to another game unless you were doing something like 4, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah.
Super.
Mm.
We'll leave it there, I think.
But at least you can progress somewhat.
Yes, yeah, very true. Yeah, fresh start and all that.
Yeah.
Snake. Ages. But I got it done in the end. It took well over 100 hits to do, which I did not expect. Plant 42 was a shame. I couldn't have done that with a knife. But never mind. Resident Evil 5 was a pain in the arse, glad that's done. And as I said earlier, hopefully things are just sort of steeping down a bit. So it's getting a little more plain sailing and just kind of getting on with it now, which is good. Without sounding cocky,
Oh God.
I don't see any ridiculous problems coming up.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Literally, like an hour and a half after this, I literally got fucked. This is
Your lucky bit. People are going to find out about soon enough.
so
I don't
overzealous.
think you're going to have any more issues on 3, so I think Zero's going to be the money maker of this challenge.
Yeah.
Depending on whether we get our first pass together in like 4 years or whatever it is now.
Yes, very true.
Well, for the next challenge, I think we need to add to the shopping list big nappy because Nathan can't control his pants and spilling the cup of tea.
Oh man, so many Lucasade incidents.
Anyways, yeah, 12 hours 26, back in the zone. Just got our cups of
Your
tea.
wording for that moment
And
was just perfect. Because anyone would have just said, "Oh, he pissed the bed" or something like that. But no, he can't control his pants.
Yeah. Look at the retro mug. Oh, it's gone now.
Quick update. Just Nathan's now fighting the clock tower Nemesis. So see how many attempts this will take.
Although going back to what we said about chopping and changing the games and things, I have to say on this, even though you did have insanely hard stipulations and got stuck on a lot of the Nemesis, like you didn't deviate, you didn't change stipulations or anything, you just powered through it. Like it was very impressive.
Good job, Petra. I need to stop calling you Petra.
I think the 3-year break had definitely served you well at this point.
Died on remake for my 3rd time. The first being Elder Crimson Head, second being that plant I tried to fight, and now a hunter just decapitated me.
See you later, Greg. Thank you very much for your donation earlier. That was awesome.
Cheers, dude.
Yeah.
See you later.
Hope you've enjoyed tonight's final watch along. I didn't really say that.
Well, seems to happen every challenge.
Final-ish.
No, this is the final, and then we'll have the final, and then we'll have the final.
Retro mug.
Oh yeah.
How far
Oh,
did you save? Yeah, you saved Carlos, didn't
One
you?
sec.
Yeah, but none of the
Isn't that just what you say about Nathan's
Right
face
back at
now?
the start of the hospital.
Pretty
Or
much.
in this video,
Oh, well,
retro
it's not the end
mug.
of the world.
True. That is good. That is good.
Well, my death count.
Oh, and there's yours.
I was literally about to say, speaking of retro mug. Oh man, I'm starting to look very tired. My eyes are looking quite red
Yeah.
here.
But
Yeah.
luckily I saved in the catacombs 5 minutes ago, so it's not the end of the world.
You never quite look as tired as Nathan, though. I don't think.
Well,
I think
this
Nathan always
could
shows
be a
his
little bit of a
tiredness
problem.
off more.
As Nathan's
Than
now
what
gotta
you
beat-
normally
what
do.
number is Nemesis?
He's the king of the ball bags under his eyes, for
Yeah.
sure.
I think it's lucky number 7.
Retro mug.
It's got no
Way!
starting off on fine.
Oh no! But where's the next wife beater? You haven't got another wife beater.
So you might have to
We're
be
back to the old one.
Oh, that's the
Retro
retro
mug.
mug. That's a really old school one. Oh,
I think this
that's
is one of the first.
fucking hell.
Oh, I wish I had one of those ones still. Damn you, Mum. Can't believe my mum broke both of mine. Ridiculous. So I'll have 2, because I was expecting 1 to break. And then when she broke the second one, I was like, what? What the hell's going on?
Maybe she didn't like them.
Yeah. Maybe it was
Well,
deliberate.
maybe she didn't. But my mum did buy two Resident Evil Challenger t-shirts, so I don't think she completely hates REC.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Is that for your brothers?
Yeah. They've been joining in for a couple of the live streams recently.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's been good.
That'll finish you off.
But they're not. I've tried so many times to get them into Resident Evil, but I don't know. I think, yeah, it's not Fortnite. I think if you're at a certain age, like just the controls and everything just seem like alien to people.
Yes.
Especially for the older ones.
Nemesis a bit now, without any healing items. It's not seeming too possible. Not really sure what to suggest at the moment. Yeah. Probably going to be on danger now, aren't you? Yep. Yep, that's it.
Oh, I remember this now.
He's dodged so many.
Oh.
Shit, I've got invisible Lisa to deal with now. Unlucky, mate.
So Izzy, like, what were your early memories of like the Resident Evil challenges? Like back in like season 1, like when you were, you know, really young. Like, do you still remember like much of what's going on, or is it all like kind of blurry? Or
I think it's majoritively blurry. I remember.
How many grenades do you reckon that was?
I remember more sort of being around you without the challenges. So like, yeah, we used. I think we mentioned it before, like when you came over and we played Wario and things like that, and we.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of. Yeah, I can kind of remember playing a lot of The Sims and Pokemon while you were playing doing the challenges.
You can hear that in the background of the first couple of challenges, actually.
Yeah, no, they're probably pretty early memories. I can remember the majority of 2015 pretty well, but even that is pretty far gone as well.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, it's pretty sad, because I was thinking about it, it's just like, oh, it was only like 5 years ago, and I'm just like, oh god. What am I going to be like when I'm older in terms of remembering stuff? Just not going to remember anything.
But 5 years is a long time though. Like even I forget a lot of stuff that happened 5 years ago.
Yeah, true. Yes, I remember just falling asleep for about 20 minutes during 2015. 2015, and yeah, that was about it. I know I didn't sleep for the rest of the time.
Yeah.
I'm just about to.
So do you reckon you'll be able to stay awake for 24 hours?
Get back to Barry, so
I am well trained. Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. Oh, I like your confidence. That's good.
Probably not.
Yeah, Nathan's going to be asleep after 24 minutes.
So whilst we're explaining our really long rules, like Nathan's just there, like having a nap. Haven't even turned his Xbox on yet.
No, I just completed all the games really fast and didn't see it.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what it was.
Well, I told you about that dream I had a couple of weeks ago, didn't I, Luke? Where you and I had finished the games and were kind of slumped on the sofa, and then Nathan was hanging upside down from the ceiling like a bat still going.
I mean, are you sure that's a dream? Are you sure that wasn't just Challenge 2015?
Premonition.
Well, exactly.
Yeah. Well, whatever you got to do to stay awake. I mean, you know, I'm all for it.
God, could you imagine that as a stipulation though, having to play something with hanging upside down, like all the blood rushing to your head?
I would pass out. I would pass out before I've even finished the game, for sure.
Yeah.
And also, it'd be so disorienting, like trying to play it upside down, because your character wouldn't really be moving quite the way you want it to. Yeah. I think, that'd be really weird.
And because of how thin TVs are nowadays, you couldn't flip it over.
Well, no, exactly. Well, fortunately, this was one of the rare challenges where we changed the disc and didn't fuck it up.
Rescue all survivors, which means I have to fight the final tyrant. Final tyrant.
Can't say tyrant though.
Final tyrant.
I can't, no. Just got to that stage of the night.
Oh, and 14 hours. That was pretty good timing.
So Izzy came up with a really good idea the other day. So like some people were talking about us doing like another like battle again, but making it like a three-way thing with like the points and stuff. But Izzy was saying we should have a thing where all of us have like a different stipulation where we're allowed to like reset the other person's GameCube just like once during the entire challenge. So you basically get to choose when you do it, or like other similar kind of things like that.
That wasn't the only thing I suggested, but you weren't too keen on the other suggestion.
Well, remind me again, what were the other ones you said?
It was the paintball gun.
Oh yeah. Izzy wants to go full on sadistic, like bring paintball guns and stuff into it. I mean that's one way to stay awake. Definitely moving on from Nerf guns now.
Yes,
I'm seeing Nathan yawning there. Maybe you should shoot him with a paintball gun now.
Yeah.
Right, well, we've got the
window's
worst
open.
morale thus far in the challenge at the moment. Nathan's stuck on Earthworm Jim. I'm stuck on the gas canister part. We're getting close to 15 hours and everything's looking...
This damn coaster, man, keeps getting stuck to my drink.
What we can do... Oh, it's got fucking lunch by zombie again. I'm not sure if we're going to... Oh, it's got...
Rage quit.
Yep. Oh, the amount of rage quits I've had in that room is ridiculous.
Actually, Jay, going back to the whole sort of Doom card idea, Jay came up with a really good idea when I saw him earlier.
Yeah.
You generate a random timestamp at the beginning of the challenge, and at that time, everyone has to reset their consoles.
Oh.
Really worried.
Like to the second, you have got to reset your console.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Nice.
Yeah.
But would you know what time it was, or would you make it come up as like an alarm without knowing what time
I
it
think
was?
a surprise alarm would probably be better, because then you couldn't save
Like
in
plan
advance
for
or
it.
something
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that. Yeah.
If it was random, I
Get
think
someone
that's
to
good.
ring us at that time. So.
Yeah. Well, that's what Jay. That's what Jay said. Yeah. Have sort of like a person on the sideline. You can,
You just have to make sure it's the right person to call it, otherwise it can get really difficult.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, indeed.
Just randomly prank call us a couple of times. Oh no, that wasn't the real work. What?
Finally made it here.
Seedole pretty much saying that if we're going to do this, we might have to make it a 36-hour challenge.
Just yet, 'cause I'm rescuing all the survivors. Be one of my fatal mistakes.
I'm going to say no to the resetting one, because knowing my luck, it'd be like 4 hours and a half in or something, and I'll be like near the end of Resident Evil 0 with no saves, and then it'd be like reset.
Oh yeah, I don't think we can do it with like a
Game
no save sort of step. I think that would be way too harsh.
Well, I think you could make some really interesting combinations, because if we did the similar to what we did at the end of season 4, where if you don't use first aid sprays, you get bonus points, or if you don't save, you get bonus points. So if you're like trying to claw things back, and you're like, oh, I'm going to get some bonus points by not saving, and then someone fucks you with the random reset, then
it's not going to work.
So things like that could be interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. The beginning of the invisible tyrant. Oh man.
Fuck.
This is so brutal.
Oh my. I'm fucked.
I think the worst thing about this is just the realization of how fucked I was, because I just assumed it would be really easy, because
How the fuck am I going to do this?
Because that tyrant, there've been challenges where we've killed it with like one magnum bullet before. I totally downplayed the difficulty, but it was absolute nightmare.
Yeah. I'm surprised that like the invisible enemy stipulation or option in the other Resident Evil games never came up again.
Yeah.
It's like playing through, I don't know, 2 or 3 OG, doing it on invisible enemies would be really, really interesting, I think.
Yeah, it's weird how Capcom, like, they have really good ideas for certain games and then they just sort of disappear.
Yeah,
After a lot of anticipation.
But, I would be lying if I said I really missed having that option in the other games.
Nearly 3 years, so it's been a long time, Conrad.
But we're starting off with Resident Evil 5.
Jay in the chat saying he would just blow an air horn through the window to shit us up and reset the consoles. Right, well, I'm officially banning Jay from that challenge now.
No, don't you dare. No, he's allowed.
Even if I banned him, it wouldn't stop him from still blowing the air horn, so...
Well, no, of course it wouldn't.
Good fight this tyrant.
It's been a long time, Conrad.
Oh, that's never gonna get old. That's never gonna get old.
Never gonna get old.
Oh, welcome back. So yeah, going back to the tyrant that we killed with one shot. Dave Moth in the chat says, which challenge was the one shot with the Magnum on the tyrant in? I think that was challenge 3 of season 4. So I remember Nathan did it. It was a couple of hours before he reset his own GameCube.
Right,
But yeah, I just remember his hysterical laugh after that tyrant just dying from one shot.
Possible fatal choice that I've made in this challenge. Nathan, even though we're 15 hours 36 minutes in, still on Resident Evil 3, but he's about 5 minutes away from the final fight. This boss I've been stuck on. By the time we're both done, we're going to have 8 hours for 2 games each. I'm not sure what to say. That's if I can get this done.
Oh
You
God,
look so deflated at this point.
I've gone from such big balls to such small stones.
Nougie small stone.
Yeah, my ego got very knocked for that.
Way too long.
Yeah.
But at least didn't deviate from the stipulations.
Not at all.
Not once.
So well done with that. You fought every single.
Yeah, well done, dude. Yeah, you really did smash that. That was They are hard stipulations. Really difficult.
Even that clock tower one you persevered for.
By the way, Nathan's TV is the same one that is behind me.
Oh really?
It's still the same one.
That's
He's
cool.
Still going.
Still powering on.
Nice.
The remote doesn't work anymore, but
If you can get the lucky dip stuff.
he
for
still
anyone who
powers
wants to do
through.
that. And I'm still stuck.
So many memories in that room you're in, Izzy. It's crazy.
Yeah, no,
Cool.
yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, it's nuts how many the sort of things I still sort of have as well.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, mate.
Oh, grade E.
Yikes.
That means it's been more time going back and redoing stuff than actually
Playing it.
That's ridiculous. And
That's
that's
probably
Nemesis fights for you.
that's probably the hardest.
I don't really understand that picture on the save screen because it's just like they've gone from literally nuking an entire city with a zombie outbreak, and then Jill escapes it, and then she's like, "Yep, just going down to the pub. Fuck it."
Yeah, I know.
And
To be fair, I think that's what I'd do after surviving a zombie outbreak as well.
Have a nice cold pint and wait for it all to blow over.
Yeah, I'd have a nap, a shower, and then go to the pub.
Everything's in a car,
Yeah.
so all the handguns, shotguns,
Sorry,
and
one
the
second,
TMP
guys.
are in a
Cool,
class.
mate.
There's magnums with the mine thrower, including the hand cannon as well.
So this,
And then
of course,
two
is the
rifles.
very first ever Lucky Dip stipulation draw.
What we're going to do is I'm going to pick one out of each cup, and they're going to be the weapons I have. And then
Have
the
you ever done
stipulation is I'm gonna
Lucky
have
Dip
one up
before, Izzy?
fully upgraded. But then what we're going to do is put all those 4 names back into another cup.
16 hours
No,
in.
I don't believe so. I've never really had sort of like the motivation to do it for a game. The closest I've done to Lucky Dip was the card draw for the difficulty on Alien,
Yeah.
which obviously turned out purely in my favour.
I mean, I'm very glad that you did do it on easy because you'd still be playing it now if that hadn't been the case.
Absolutely. Yep.
It's been a long time,
It's all right.
Conrad.
Oh, he's back.
Hey, welcome back, welcome back.
Red
So
Knight,
yeah,
Red
this is the
Ultimate
very
Team,
first time
Ultimate
ever that we had Lucky Dip draw in a Resident Evil challenge. Like, can you remember like how your idea on this like came about?
No, it was just a completely random idea.
fuck's sake.
So far,
Just popped into my head.
Yeah.
Semi-automatic rifle.
Because,
pretty good.
like, honestly,
So now,
like,
yeah.
you don't really get enough credit for it because
So those
outside
are
of
4 guns
our
you
challenges,
get.
like, all around, like,
He gets
YouTube
to
and the
have-
internet,
gets
like,
to
there
choose
are
one
loads of gamers
part
that do, like,
on
Lucky
each
Dip,
gun.
like,
Fully upgraded,
stipulation
so it could be
draws,
full
like,
firepower,
within
full
different series and
capacity.
things. And I
And
think,
one of them
like,
needs to be
because I don't
completely
remember
maxed
ever
out
seeing
now, which is
anything
about to
before we
choose.
did it 10 years ago.
Come round here.
I do honestly feel like the idea did come from you and these
Moment of
videos,
truth.
and now it's kind of
This is the semi-automatic
spread really far.
rifle with-
If you trademark that bad boy, you'd be minted right now, mate.
Shame I
much
didn't.
riding
Can I,
on
Yeah.
can I backdate it?
Yeah, exactly.
Get some royalties.
Right, just
That would be good.
started. Literally, I've got all the guns. Everything's on max firepower, apart from obviously the one I already had. The one that's fully upgraded.
Izzy, Seedol is asking in the chat, would you consider doing a lucky dip for Resident Evil 5?
Yes, yeah, that's the plan for
See how
Challenge
Nathan
Day.
fares
Is doing
out.
the
16 hours, 6 minutes
is doing a
through.
lucky dip for 5.
So
Vests,
just under 8
obviously
hours to get
weapons,
this and
health,
0 done, but
grenades.
you're ahead of me
Which
in the
character I
challenge
play
now.
as? The only thing I'm not going to
to
lucky dip probably
beat this
is
boss. If I ever will, I've been stuck on
is
this for
difficulty.
ages
I
now.
think that'll be pre-decided.
Mm-hmm.
But yes,
Right.
we shall be doing that.
Really pushing it
And
now.
possibly not lucky dipping on
I
whether
tried
I
going
get
back
the
to the mansion
knife
to get
or
more
not. Although I
health,
don't really use it apart from
but
opening
by the time I
crates,
got
so
all
I
the
don't think it
health
would be too.
and having to battle the hunters and zombies
It'd be
and
too
shit on the
bad.
way,
Yeah.
it made
Yep.
absolutely no difference. I came back with the same amount I got.
You guys want to
So,
see something retro?
gotta
Look
try
what I
that
have.
once more.
Oh, look at that! Oh, that is proper retro. Oh, that is cool.
Is that
That's a
mine?
very...
Fighting this tyrant.
Yes, it's the one that I
It's gonna
gave
have
to
be a
Bry.
secret fucking sort of time.
That's the very
17 hours
first
in.
ever Resident Evil Challenger
Still not
t-shirt that
beaten
we
this tyrant
made.
boss.
Oh, so
Yeah.
old
Made a
school.
massive trek back
I gave
to
what
the
my
mansion.
one of my
Now
mates
I've
has
got
got
all
mine.
this health to
I've
try
never
and
got
fight
it
the
back.
tyrant, so now I've got 5
I need
first
to get
aid
it.
sprays.
That would be worth
That
a
used fighting
shit
the
ton on eBay, probably
zombies on the way.
£15.
Nathan's just back to the castle. Have you beaten- What's his face yet?
Oh,
Big
15.
cheats, yeah. Mullard, awesome. So Nathan's progressing. I've got less than 7 hours to get 3 games done. Impossible? I certainly think so.
Seedol saying, Izzy,
Fucking
maybe
nuts
you
now.
should do a coin flip for the
Really,
knife or
To
stun
beat
rod
this
on Resident Evil
tyrant
5.
after
Yeah,
over
that's a good
2
idea.
hours
Yeah, because I should be
fucking
going into it
around
with a full loadout
and possibly
of,
costing
you know,
us this
what
challenge.
guns I can
We've
use.
got
I'll
less
probably
than
obviously
7
leave like the
hours.
bow gun, the Gatling gun out of it.
Come on,
Obviously,
gotta do
that
it.
I forgot
might
about the
get a
bow
little
gun.
bit. It might get a little bit too easy. Sorry,
Yeah.
not the bow gun, just the bow and arrow that Sheva can use.
Yeah.
Circle, isn't it?
Circle.
You know what I mean.
Because I think they're infinite ammo as standard, or at least the bow is.
Yeah, I think the bow
Think-
is.
It's got to go down soon. Look, fucking hell, that's all my health.
This
All my
boss.
health gone. I would have been here for days. I don't know if I'm going to beat him. He's going to kill me. I did it! Finally, top danger. Oh, fucking hell.
It was so bittersweet though, because like
Should I
spending
retry
3
that?
hours until I
No,
actually
fuck
beat
it.
it, and then do it like beating it and being on danger with no health left, and
Yeah.
knowing I still had one more
After-
tyrant to do.
2 fucking hours.
Well, 2 hours. I think it was
knew I
more than
should
2
have just
hours.
done that trek to begin with. It's a healing item on the way out.
It does make
Don't
you wonder
forget,
whether
still gotta
Capcom
rescue
ever
Chris
considered like
and escape the
people
Chimeras,
putting in their
the
own
next thing's gonna kill me.
stipulations for the Resi games.
I don't think they did.
Oh,
Well, at least with
give
the
a shit
original
about
ones.
Barry.
I think they factor it in now for sure. Like the
Mm.
trophies that you
Makes
get,
life
like
do
knife
something
only
tense.
and
Exactly.
Everything.
Yeah. Yeah. No first aid sprays, no saving, etc. Yeah.
You know you can do it now.
But yeah, I feel like I think that was probably the success
Died in
of
zombies on the way out.
Resident Evil Challenger was that it was, you know,
Right.
something that hadn't really been done before.
The tyrant
You know,
is-
one,
is-
doing the entire series, and then two, restricting what you could use and having stipulations. So yeah, I think that was, you know, it is a really simple concept when you think about it, but it's a concept that's carried this for over 15 years now, so.
I find sometimes like the restrictions can actually make it easier as well, because if you're like not hunting around for certain weapons and not having to carry certain stuff, it does actually make it a little bit easier because you've always got more space.
Yeah.
But then obviously it's harder to fight, but then it's
Still getting no luck.
interesting.
Yeah. I always enjoy doing a handgun only challenge, because then you just like have a lot more inventory space, and I just really like using the handguns. Like, I know it can be difficult on a lot of the bosses, but I think once you've sussed out the bosses, like handgun only generally isn't too bad.
5 times now.
But then also you don't have to worry about swapping weapons or anything like that, do you?
Yeah. But with that being said, I was thinking about it the other day, like, Resident Evil 7 handgun only, I think would be really difficult. I think I'd really struggle trying to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking cunt.
I remember on my stream where I somehow managed to start dodging zombies for once on a game.
You were? It was crazy. I was going to make a video edit of all of your like sick dodges that you did during that stream.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Because it's like on Zero, it's almost impossible. It's so difficult
it is.
to dodge zombies.
The zombies are like magnets on Zero.
Yeah, and it seems to be like nearly every place that has zombies is actually quite a tight area. There's never really anywhere that's particularly open.
Yeah.
Like all the corridors are tiny, and even like when you're in like the dining room, there's a table in the way, or there's a it just makes it very difficult. It makes it like you really have to actually kill every zombie.
Yeah, especially on the train.
Yeah.
And whereabouts are you on Resident Evil 4?
Or you just have to be very fast through the train cars.
I'm just going to save it for the first time.
Let's see what your time is.
I can't believe this is your first save on 4. Your first save was nearly 2 hours in.
Really, I was stuck on that time, all that time. Longer than that. My God. So here we go for the Tyrant fight. If there's any luck I can get, it'll be that I'll get this done first time round.
Oh, well, look how short time I've got on the clock.
Especially because I can't see what I'm shooting at.
No chance. I think I was so tired at this point. I just didn't even think about the remaining time
Barry's
left.
pretty much dead.
No.
Where's
Does
the
it
rocket
give you flashbacks to the director's cut
Here we
later?
go.
Something that you do not want to relive.
Wow. I do want to give it another go, actually.
I'd love to see you do Chris's scenario.
Yeah, I'm going to put it up for my next poll after 6.
Chris.
Yeah, as I mentioned to you guys, so after 6, it'll be my last stream that I'm doing for the next couple of weeks. As I'm going away to Scotland for the next couple of weeks for some work. But once I come back, I will do another stream, and it'd be good to put Director's Cut in the mix for that. Hopefully with a PlayStation 3 pad this time.
Never ends. It never ends. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I think the director's cut one was my favourite one that you've done so far. The whole Jill workout yoga thing at that time in the morning, it just fucking got to me every single time you did it.
Oh, that was a really fun stream. I just can't believe that we all thought it was going to be a 5-hour beat the clock challenge. No, it wasn't like even close. I went longer than twice that. Like,
I'm so glad I felt shit at work the following day after watching all that. It was just so funny.
Beating my second game.
It was fun. I think the bit that nearly broke me was like when we finally got through the catacombs after like 3 hours, like all of those hunters that killed me, and then I was just about to go to the lab, and it was like,
ever attempted.
I haven't got one of the Mo
That's
discs. I'm
taken me
going to have to go
Yeah, I
all
know,
the way back
I
to the
know.
beginning of the game at like 4 o'clock in the morning to go and get
So I've got 6
that.
hours
Just
left
destroyed me.
to be-
Oh dear, oh dear.
Not saying all this stuff before. Got 6 hours left to beat Code Veronica and Resident Evil 2. No fucking about. Gonna put Code Veronica in now and get on with it. It's gonna be knife only. No side packs. So wish me luck.
Oh my god, going straight from that into Code Veronica knife only.
Nathan's hit a little bit of a brick wall from Resident Evil 4. After having such a good little pace for so long. We're both really feeling the tiredness and strain now. So we're 18 hours, 37 minutes in. Right, so
I think if I had to say that I remember watching you play a certain game, Code Veronica will always be the one that comes up in my memory bank the most.
Yeah.
I've just got the gold key
I think it's
going
just
back to
such a
Palace.
memorable game, especially with the plane tyrant fights.
Oh, yeah.
With the Nosferatu fight, absolutely. It's just the music, the menu noises, and all that. It's just.
Keeping it up. What's your status at the moment?
Yeah, I think that's kind of iconic to what I've done through challenges, and then 100% Zero is iconic to what Nathan's done through the challenges.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like whenever I play like Zero, you know, outside of a challenge or anything, and I hear the save room music or like, you know, any of the game score anywhere, it just always like takes me back into the challenge room, like hearing Nathan like playing it like behind me at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, it's really really nostalgic.
We're doing boss fights at the moment. I'm fighting my first kind of boss fight, which is Dr. Zombie, and Nathan's fighting El Gigante, so he's killed one of them. Fucking zombie.
No, he could do.
Really hope
He's
they
lucky
don't die
dipped
this
the
bit,
game
so I've
order.
not saved in
That you
What,
do,
for
I
the
mean, on
upcoming challenge?
being a bit reckless.
Yeah.
I had
Obviously not for
considered
mine
that.
and Izzy's first game, but
Oh right, okay. So I can do it, but you can't do it. That sounds fair, mate.
So annoying you actually have to fight it,
no, because obviously we want to do this
I know.
race sort of thing. I was thinking for like the other one, you might just lucky dip it.
Yeah.
It'll make it quite hard though.
I think I'm going to die on this.
I've been considering for months actually, like what order I want to do it in, and I still haven't decided. I kind of feel I want to do Resident Evil 3 remake first, because I feel that's going to be the hardest stipulation.
You're joking.
But yeah, I feel I probably could. I feel I probably could lucky dip it maybe.
Oh, wait. Retry.
Unless we pick our first game and then lucky dip the rest of them. Because obviously me and Izzy are doing the first game together, and then you can choose your first. And lucky dip the rest of them.
How would you feel about that, Izzy?
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Well,
that settles that then.
There you go. Yeah, no, I think that's a good idea.
Oh man, that's going to be tricky because normally you can sort of mentally prepare yourself a little bit of what you're doing next, but not knowing that that's an added element.
But then, in theory, that should mean no changing games halfway through.
Good point. Maybe we shouldn't do it.
I was about to say, in theory.
Yeah, that rule doesn't apply to Nathan. That just applies to.
Oh, that's all right then. Yeah, let's do it.
I was joking.
Maybe we just lucky dip it again.
2 hours to
Do Zero again. Bugger.
The first ever Resident Evil challenge where Nathan beats Resident Evil 0 4 times.
Rather than playing the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Man, that'd be
Well,
pure
to be
insanity.
To be fair, the banner only says 12 games. It doesn't say
It
12
does.
different games.
No, it doesn't.
I'm going to play 12 games, or 4 games of Minesweeper.
Okay.
Nice.
That's
Shotgun solitaire.
Just keep up the pressure, and we
I'll go for free cell then. There we go. Sorted.
Nice.
Hit danger.
Under an hour. First challenge done in under an hour.
The question is, what stipulations would you have for that though?
Well, here we go.
Like everything on like
Blind.
expert.
An actual blind run.
Yeah.
Yeah, Minesweeper 100 by 100 must complete it 4 times.
Live.
That'd be an absolute bastard.
I mean, we'd have no viewers, but you know, we'd probably make that challenge.
Maybe that could be the intermission.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping for, well, I say hoping, we should be able to have it sorted by then, but for an intermission that we do during the challenge, that we can actually play the very first screening of the Dare show that we go and film. So I think that'd be a good time to reveal it to people.
Yeah.
Right, well, as I'm about to go for my 6th Tyrant attempt, Nathan's now fighting.
Oh man, this is possibly, this and Alexia, the two boss fights I'm most concerned about on Code Veronica during this challenge. So I've got to do it this exact same stipulation is, you just don't get that first hit in. It's just, oh look, you just get absolutely ruined.
Yeah.
Oh. No, that's me.
That's it. It's like you've got like 15 seconds to do it right, or you're dead.
Hello again, people. Right, just managed to kill.
Are you going to practice Code Veronica before?
Which is quite.
So I beat it twice on twice during lockdown on knife only, and I got my fastest time I've ever got on Code Veronica before. I think a big part of that was probably due to the remastered version, like running a bit faster. But yeah, I want to give it. That was like back in March or something, so I want to do one more playthrough ahead of the challenge, I think. Or if I don't, it might make for a very entertaining challenge.
Finally,
Maybe I won't play it again.
I didn't actually hit once and that. Finally did it. Totally wasn't expecting that. It is literally just a luck game. It's all about getting that first swipe in. That probably took about 16 attempts.
If he comes back and just says, oh, so I just died.
Yeah.
Very, very happy. And as if that wasn't fun enough, now we got the real deal.
Oh, here we go.
Everyone's favourite.
The iconic boss fight. I'm really looking forward to doing this on the actual challenge. I feel really well practiced for this one. This one I've got. I've already said it during the watch-alongs. I'm feeling 100% Nougie big balls. I predict I will get it done first time round.
You reckon?
Wow, I mean, I'm being big balls. I probably won't, but. Well, as long as I don't do what I'm doing here, like running that close, because that's just stupid.
Oh, costume change again.
It's been a long time.
I forgot about your.
Conrad.
It's never gonna get old.
Oh man, this has been the perfect way to do Challenge 2010. I mean, now I think I get it. I think I get why people love this challenge so much. Like, it was, you know, it wasn't just the challenge. It was just so much surrounding it. Yeah, it was cool. What a line, Conrad. I'll take that to my grave. In fact, you know, can I get your permission that in the unfortunate time that you do pass away, that I can write that on your gravestone?
It's got to say updates later.
Oh, yeah. Updates later actually kind of works. Nice.
You can just have like a little note at the bottom that just reads Nougie's Conrad or something.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
How long is it going to take Nougie? I reckon second. I reckon I'll get it on my second for some reason. It's going to take a few. So yeah.
Taj said you've been showing off the wife beater collection tonight.
I just do quite a lot of
But you've had more costume changes than like Britney Spears, mate.
6. There's this attempt number 2, Luke.
Yeah.
Dead yet?
No, but not doing fantastic.
At least you're on it.
I think one of my favourite challenge moments, which I know is Benjamin Monk's favourite Resident Evil challenge moment ever, was, if you remember it, Nathan, during the 3rd challenge which we ever did during Season 1, where you watched me die on Nosferatu loads of times, and then you're like, give me the control, I'll have a go. And you just ran straight next to him with the sniper rifle to shoot him, and you just got whooped off the side. And you actually hear me dropping the camera because we're just like in complete stitches of laughter. Just went 100% Nathan Big Balls at it. You're like, I could beat him. No.
24 hours is a big question.
Oh.
Just keep at it, but now I play as
That's so
Chris
good.
Redfield. The first male
There's
character
been many a
I've
times
played
where it's
as
been like
in this whole
watching
challenge.
your screen or vice versa, and it's just like, oh, I've just died, or I've just been munched heavily.
Yeah.
Yep. But that's
Yeah,
That's,
no,
that's the
that's
other thing you've got to sort of manage is you've got to try and not get distracted too much. But it's very difficult.
Right, so Mr. Gibbard.
Sorry, I meant to say hello, Billy Nobles. See a little tail popping up there.
Per usual, not having enough ammo, health, to kill anything.
What's this thing?
Oh.
Please don't knock anything off, and don't stand on the keyboard.
But yeah, going back to your point about being distracted, I remember in the very first challenge we ever did, I remember I was filming one of your updates whilst I was playing Resident Evil 2, and then when I turned back to my screen, I had just been killed by one of the plants in the lab, and I hadn't saved in like over an hour or something, and so devastated.
Just doing an update. Literally just killed that scorpion boss, dickhead, wanker. Managed to kill him, and all I have left now is 4 shotgun shells. So hopefully, nothing too difficult around the corner.
You got the Krauser chapter and get shitloads of ammo there.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, well, as Nathan adds another death to his death count, I'm just about to do the
guy sitting next to me in that one is Ben, who was he was in the making the recovery operation. He was the other person who played Hunk.
He was your stunt double.
Yes, he was.
So I've not got much. I've got pretty munched on this by hunters, and that's not really helped things at all. But yeah, no, that's fucking bad. Right, well, even though it's slow, steady and not perfect, making some progression on Code Veronica, going to the final destination now, which is Antarctica, and we've got, well, essentially 49 minutes left in this challenge. So obviously we're not going to get 4 done. It's going to be quite interesting to see if we get 3 done during this time. But Nathan's fighting Krauser and I'm in Antarctica, so we should be able to get it done in 24 hours. So we'll see what we can do.
Definitely a Krauser boss fight then.
Been a perfect day. And Nathan's just joined the club. Oh. We've worked out that the clocks are wrong somewhere. But,
Oh mate, it was all going tits up at this point.
Everything was going wrong.
Yeah. Oh dear. That 24-hour curse.
So yeah, we haven't done it in 24 hours. We're right on the last stretch for our last game, so we're going to finish these and then call it a day. And I'm
What games didn't we play?
0 and I don't know if we were meant to do original 2 or not, but we didn't play 2. But I think they're the only ones.
Kill me straight away.
But then we of course had 5, which took up essentially, 16 hours between me and you.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, my uncle's building a truck
fucking
with
did it.
a Honda 6-cylinder engine.
Well done, Luke.
What's my
Well
R1
pleased
front
with that.
forks. So it'll be the same.
That's
I just love all the random car chat going on in the background. An Anaconda C6 cylinder. I have no idea what that means, by the way.
No, none whatsoever.
Bored Resident Evil about 12 hours ago. Right, so we're in real time because the challenge time.
24 hours, 32 minutes.
Would be
Over a day.
24 hours and 32 minutes in, and I'm on the final boss of my 3rd game, which sounds rubbish, but this has been a bitch of a game to do.
Because we both only did 3 games technically, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I did 5, 3 and 4. 4 and you did
5 remake and Code Veronica.
Jesus. So yeah, we missed out 0 and 2 technically from the series.
I think that's why we ended up retiring 5 on co-op, just because you have to sacrifice quite a lot of other games when 2 people play it.
Yeah.
As fun as it was, it just meant there were just so many other games that we ended up missing.
Any better?
I think you could do like Resident Evil 5 if you had like a random standing sort of thing.
Yeah.
Right, as a co-op.
Hours and 2 minutes in. Still can't beat Alexia, having a lot of troubles with that. Nathan's still on the penultimate chapter. He got past
Hello,
a bit
Katie.
with Mike, and he's literally just fighting the last few enemies. But as per usual, he's got no ammo and no health, so it's going to take a few goes.
As per usual, he's got no health and no ammo. I mean, that's Nathan trademark right there.
To the end.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how much more either of us got left in us. I can't check my health. It's really annoying. Oh shit! So this is it. That's all my healing items used.
Hello, Katie. Welcome. Hope you're enjoying the final moments of our final Resident Evil Challenge Watchalong.
Yes!
We've had lots of finals.
Nathan. Still got the linear launcher though. I've been doing particularly well.
Could you imagine if they gave you limited ammo for the linear launcher at this bit?
Yeah, one
Oh,
shot.
That'd be
If they,
a
like,
lot
gave
of
you,
Resident
like,
Evil challenges failed.
4 or 5 shots.
Yeah, I think that would just be too gutting, considering how hard that the first form of Alexia is.
Oh,
Yeah.
finally.
Ooh.
Ah, finally. That took 25 hours and 12 minutes.
Christ, that's so much
Yikes.
time. So much time for 3 games.
Thank fuck. Sorry, I got a bit excited there. Do you know how long I've been looking forward to that? Well, at least I stuck it out to the end. Now it's just your turn. Right, let's reveal my grades after all that. So,
47
I've got a
retries.
D grade, 4 hours 40 minutes, 9 saves and 47 retries. So I think that kind of proves how difficult it was to do that. Done that. Was fucking difficult. Well done. Nathan's just getting to the final boss after all of that.
We still have one message. I have no fucking help.
But you got a merchant before, don't you?
Oh, merchant. Hello, fella.
So you should be alright. Just a few more minutes and the nightmare is over for this summer. So just hang in there.
How much easier would it be if you had a typewriter?
How long ago do you reckon it had been that we had
Just your eyes are so glazed over. Oh. See those ball bags sitting in now. Just got a comment in the chat saying, "Yo, I used to watch you guys all the time." From a user called Snowglobes. I love that during the watch-alongs where just random people that have been subscribed for ages have just realised that the watch-along is like a thing. So Snowglobes, if this is your first one, you got 14 more you can go back and watch.
Is the clock still going on your phone? Oh, it stopped at 24, wouldn't it? Something like 2 o'clock.
Oh man, well, I mean, even though we didn't beat this is certainly one of the toughest challenges that we did. And we did, we saw it through right to the end.
Yeah.
So what, at the moment we're on 25, 34, aren't we?
Not as bad as the 30-hour challenge.
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I mean,
it's
I know
31
obviously
hours.
you didn't. Yeah, you didn't beat it within 24 hours, but the fact that you still managed to get all the games done that you were supposed to,
Yeah.
does it make it a failed challenge?
25, 35 at the
Technically?
moment.
You still kind of did it.
I think, were you meant to do 0? I think.
I can't remember.
I reckon
reckon it'll be 25.
I don't think 0 was mentioned throughout, so.
Oh dear, only 2 jet ski deaths ever during Resident Evil challenges, and that's one of them. Oh, well, this challenge really does go out with a bang, doesn't it?
That's exactly what I said earlier.
Yeah.
Hit ratio
Honestly,
82%.
yes. No,
Not
we're not
bad, is it?
And Mrs. Gibbard is back.
Look, 82%, that's well good.
Just under.
You just under 100 deaths.
97 deaths.
97.
So we ended the challenge with 97 deaths, and 47 retries on the last one.
Lucas Aid.
Hello, Katie.
You can
Right,
direct that.
so how many hours is it now?
How's it going, Katie?
Yeah.
25 hours.
25 and a half hours almost.
This is slightly awkward with one pair of headphones.
No, in a word, what would you use
This
to
should
sum
catch
it
the
up?
last 5 minutes.
Horrific.
Yeah.
Yeah, you?
Yeah.
No, I think horrific.
I will watch on my phone.
Word. I mean,
Right, it's pretty much
remake, fighting that tyrant for 3 hours was just an absolute joke.
horrendous.
Yeah.
97
All
deaths.
the Nemesis fights just, it's not, they're not necessarily
That's at
hard.
the end of a challenge, you know? It's not like
Yeah.
that's your entire day. That's just like the ending of it. It's, yeah.
Plus all the deaths on the other ones. We have to get like total death counts.
Well, I really want to do that,
Stuck it out to the end.
Yeah.
but I just don't know how we'd
He didn't
monitor
change any
it,
of the stipulations.
really.
Whiteboard.
Same
Just
Resident Evil
Well-
5,
tick it
stuck
every time.
out with that.
Yeah, you could do that.
Remake, I'm proud
Yeah.
of.
I'd need a big one.
Say I've beaten the game.
Yes.
Knife over.
You just need a whole wall, mate.
I mean, even though I had to use first aid
I
sprays
can
and
tally everyone's death.
Yeah, that'd be a job for you.
Still the main stipulations didn't change.
the main stipulations, right? I was so close you can hang on after a while.
I like the idea of the lucky dip. I think it's a really good idea.
Despite spending about 10 hours on Resident Evil 4.
Yes.
Oh.
But, you know, it's not the end of the world. We got 3 games each done, essentially, really.
Yeah.
A little overtime.
I think the thing that crucified us was putting 5 in.
Yeah, so that's something we need to bear in mind in the future. But overall, I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
And
it
I
was
hope,
good. Fucking
hope
awkward.
people who watched it enjoyed it, 'cause it did get quite epic. I think you guys enjoyed watching it. We had a little
Fucking towards the
audience of
end,
us.
manic for Nathan, wasn't it? Just every 5 seconds seemed to die.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Robot after a while.
No, not wrong at all.
Look at the destruction here. It's just fucking Lucasade bottles and. pizza
Oh,
bottles
yeah,
and everything.
it was.
Jesus.
Never mind.
I think we should set a limit, like six bottles of Lucasade each.
Hope better luck next time.
Maybe 8.
Who came up with the idea of the lucky dip?
I think Coffee
forget the
have
limits.
to watch with me.
It was just, I think it's a really good idea. It's like I said, it's one of those things that could either go amazingly well
Or amazing as shit.
or horrifically wrong. It wasn't as horrific as anything.
You could have got a lot worse weapons than you did.
Yeah, I mean, I could have been rocking on a standard rifle, standard shotgun, mine thrower.
It's just crazy how far that lucky dip concept has gone from this one
Yes.
challenge.
Everything else hadn't been upgraded at all on professional mode. That's pretty difficult, isn't it? If you enjoyed the challenge, I hope it's not too much to ask if you would purchase a copy, because these challenges
Me begging out to
That's not cheap.
to the challenge fans.
Relatively unenthusiastically as well.
I know, it was the worst fundraising effort ever.
Not much, but it helps a little bit, especially with the trailer. Spent fucking like 200 quid making that. But yeah, cool. Right, I think we'll close it there then, mate. Nice. Well, see you next time. See you later, folks.
Oh,
That was a good
there
one.
we go. That was a good
Quite
one.
glad that was the winner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
A really good one.
Yeah, it's quite an underappreciated Resident Evil challenge. Like, oh yeah, as I said at the start, like I was really surprised that that one won, but yeah, you know, it ticks all the boxes. There are loads of classic moments, and you know, obviously that trailer was really something special.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there we go. That is officially it of, well, I keep saying this, but that is it for this series of the Watchalong. So, yeah, that was episode 15. And, yeah, that was, the fan favourite, the one which you guys voted for. So that one came in first place. And then Challenge 2, Season 2 came second, which I think we might do our next watch-along in a couple of weeks or a month or so. We'll go back and watch that one, which came in second place. And then third place was your favourite one, Nathan, which was Challenge 2 of Season 4. So, I would like to go back and watch that with you at some point.
Yeah, definitely.
So we've ended up raising £218.73 tonight, which is amazing. Surpassed 1k raised for Stop Hate in a week, which is just insane as well. So, thank you very much for all of that, guys. And, well, just across all of the weeks, we've raised a crazy amount just by going back and watching the Resident Evil challenges. So we hope you have enjoyed the ride, and it has been such a fun ride, and that's why, just like the challenges, we don't kind of stop it there, because, it has been really fun.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
We'll keep it going.
Keep it going. We've got a couple more live streams coming up over the next couple of days. So we've got mine and Gowdy's Resident Evil 6 live stream this weekend. And then next weekend, we've got Nathan and Katie's Resident Evil 5 co-op stream, which will be fun. Yeah. So I hope you're all geared up for that, Nathan. I hope you've got all your wife beaters ready. And, I'll
have to get some more.
Well, remember, every time you leave, you get a drink or anything, you're going to have to do your little classic return line.
Been a long time, Conrad.
There you go. You got one last one. But thank you very much for that, guys. It's been really fun doing these watch-alongs.
Thank you, everyone. Really appreciate it.
We shall see you guys soon.
Yeah.
Updates later.
See you later.
Goodbye. Catch you later, guys.
Bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.